Go check out FIFA Coins online for some amazing deals on buying coins. Link in the description.
Oh my God!
Hello guys, Mr. Aussie 1990 here, and this is going to be episode 9 of the Diamond Effect. It's going to be the Norwich episode. I'm just going to quickly say now that I've changed the right back and right mid back to Piszczek and Błaszczykowski. I was getting a little bit of comments in the last one, which is a Newcastle one, that because Pepe and Dani Alves linked, it kind of ruined the effect, which I'm not too sure why, but I went with it anyway, so I've gone back to them, which I'm not too bothered about either way. But we're going to do the Norwich one now. I've gone with some players which you probably might not have gone if you picked the team. I went with Johnson because he's got such a good shot on him. I knew he had a really good long shot on him. He had a good, he's got a good left foot shot on him. He actually managed to pick up 3 goals in the 2 games I played. I played 2 games. It says 2 games because I played 2 games in the tournaments, and I played 1 against my friend because I just fancied the game against him. So we've got Johnson. Then the 2 cows we're going to have is Tete and Houlihan. You've probably seen him there. You know, you could have other ones. You've got like Sermon. You could even have like a Simeon Jackson or somebody converted into a cam. Tete's got good pace. He's also a really strong player. He's also very good on the ball. He costs 13,000 coins though, so he is quite expensive. When Houlihan, he's got the 4-star skills. It's only 400 coins. That's a very good deal there. And the striker I went for, you could have gone with Holt, but I, of course, went with Luciano Becchio because he is a Leeds player in my eyes, and unfortunately went to Norwich. So did Johnson, of course. I could have even had Howson in this team, but Snodgrass wouldn't have fit. I probably could have, if I really wanted to, have put them all in this time, which would have been a bit of a troll. But Holt, you could have had up front. You could have had Jackson, as I said, a bit more pace. But I went with Becchio just because, you know, in my eyes, he's a beast, and he was 600 coins, so you can't really say no to that. So that is the Diamond Effect right there with Norwich. We're going to run through some games now. Okay, so we're going to go through some of the games now. As you see, this is the game against my friend. He's got a Newcastle team. I think he's a Newcastle fan. It's not the best Newcastle team, but he likes to play with the cheaper options because that's the type of person he is. So yeah, we've gone into a game against him with the Diamond Effect squad, and he actually takes the lead here through a pretty well worked goal, and it's a nice finish from Vernon Anita, which is quite surprising with all the players he had in the team. He's got Sami Amiobi, who he's so determined to score with. But it didn't work out for him in this game because we ended up, I think that was actually at half-time, was it? Yeah, that was half-time. He was 1-0 up at half-time. But I think I was in control of the game, as you can see, a couple of chances there. Didn't fall my way, unfortunately for me. It didn't, you know, didn't pan out, but we come into the second half. We win the ball back there, cheeky from Tete. Becchio somehow worms his way through after a horrible deflection and rockets one into the top corner. Great finish from Becchio on his left peg. He is, of course, left-footed. Oh, I hope he is anyway, because that's a hell of a strike if he isn't. But yeah, that one does ping into the top corner against a very, you know, very average goalkeeper in Rob Elliott, let's be sure. But yeah, Becchio does get the goal, and in the 90th minute, I just get lucky here, somehow get through there. Very nice piece of skill, actually. His defender didn't close me down well enough, and Ribery bends that one into the top corner to get the 90th minute goal to win us the game. So we're very happy about that, winning 2-1 in our first game with the Norwich Diamond. Obviously, I didn't really want to do a Norwich Diamond. They're not my favourite team in the world. I'm sorry to any Norwich fans, but of course, being a Leeds fan and you guys kind of taking all our players didn't really go well with me. But I've done it anyway, and they are not too bad. I'm not going to lie. They're an average team, like players-wise. There's a lot of silvers you could use, but I've used 4, which I think work well. And they did work quite well together. We're going to go in our second game now. This guy has got a relatively good team. I think it's a very pacey team, where he's got the likes of like Darren Bent. He's got Dyer and Lennon on the wings. He's got people in the middle who can pass it well, like Scholes and Kabai. But yeah, I thought I was going to struggle this game because I really, really hate Darren Bent on this game. He is my kryptonite. And here he goes, Darren Bent in the 3rd, 4th minute. Oh, I just can't close him down quick enough. He does that stupid little turn thing I get sold by every time. And then Pepe, unfortunately, can't get a tackle in quick enough, but he does pick up the goal there to make it 1-0 to him. And he does go and make it 2-0 with an overtop through ball to Kagawa, who, of course, finds Darren Benham. A goalkeeper doesn't make it, and he makes it 2-0. And that's only in the 12th minute, so I'm kind of getting negative feelings about this Norwich Diamond at this stage of things, but It does get a little bit better, I can promise you that, but we are 2-0 down, and I'm disgusted in that. So, yeah, as you can see over the top free ball, and Kagawa actually does get a yellow card, because this guy was hacking me out all game, and that was a horrible tackle, and I think it was Beshio. But we do get in behind here with Johnson, some very good footwork, and then he pings one in the corner. As you can see, he's got such a rocket of a left foot on him. I think he does score another very good goal in the next game. It might still be in this game, I'm not too sure, but it's a very good goal. He's not got a lot of pace, but as he gets forward and just, oh, it's an amazing drill. It's a very good for the price you pay. He's got one of the best shots in the game, I can promise you that, on his left peg from range anyway. I don't know, he's like close range and finesse, but we are 2-1 down at halftime. Relatively even game, as you can see, but we do get in behind a nice weighted ball there from, I think, Beshio. He does start to bring his keeper out. I don't panic, and I just finesse it round him with Tete. Or Tite, not 100% sure how to say that, but he's a very good player. He's a very solid player. He's got good strength, good speed. He's just an all-round very good player. I don't know whether playing him in centre mid would have been better, but even Cami was phenomenal. And to troll me immensely, Paul Scholes ends up scoring in the 69th minute. 69-minute goals mean instant win in my eyes anyway, and that is unfortunately the way this game panned out. But yeah, that was to make it, was that 3-1, I do believe? 3-2, sorry, yeah. And then, oh my god, horrible piece of defending from me. Let in, of course, Darren Bent, and smash. Just pings that in beautifully into the corner in the 90th minute. I kind of gambled on going forward, and it didn't. It kind of backfired on me, as you can see. Horrible piece of defending. I actually gave the ball to him. He's going to go celebrate with the linesman now, of course. And that was 4-2, of course, in the 90th minute. So the game's kind of gone, but I do think we pull one more goal back, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have a quick look. It's actually straight from kickoff. I think I try and move the ball forward. As you can see, I'm going quite slow. I do try and over the top through ball. He heads it back to his goalkeeper, as you do. He drops the ball with the goalkeeper. I nick the ball with Houlihan, and he scores a pretty simple goal. Not too sure why people do that with the goalkeepers, but I'll take a goal. You know, I've lost the game. I'll take an extra goal. Why not? It's extra points. It's extra coins. It's extra. Just looks better on the scoreline, I suppose. But he does, of course, win that game 4-3. So we have lost our second game. So we've won one, we've lost one. How will it pan out? Will we get more losses than wins, or will we make it more wins than losses? We'll soon find out. This guy has got the Juventus kit, and he's got some CSK Moscow badge or something along those lines. He's got a very, very good team, a very pacey team. He's got likes of Balotelli, Lavezzi, Walcott. He's got a random Abate playing right back. He's got not getting any chemistry really, and Casillas I don't think was on much chemistry at all, if any. But Ribery does get in behind quite nicely here, and I'm always going to shoot there. It's a fantastic worked goal from Ribery. He's such a good player. He's unbelievable. If you have the coins to use him, he's honestly, in my opinion, better than Ronaldo, which is saying something. He's just amazing, and it puts me 1-0 up. And we do get another goal here. Beshio, I think, wins the header, and David Silva actually ends up putting that in his own net. He, I think he's trying to block the header or something, and it's just all gone wrong for him. He's chested it. The goalkeeper's hacked him down, but unfortunately Beshio didn't pick up the goal there. It went down as his goal, and we do get another goal here from another cross, another header. This team kind of encourages you to sweat. They've got quite a few big guys. You've got like Beshio's quite tall, Tete's pretty big. Whipping it in, you know, they're always going to win headers in my opinion, so I wanted to get a couple of goals, early goals, so Tete's always going to score that. If you consider that sweaty, then I do apologise. Well, that is 3-0. We do get a very nice goal here from Houlihan. Does a little Ronaldo chop there, turns him once, turns him again, and then nice little cheeky finish with his left peg into the corner there. I think that's 4-0 after 21 minutes, so we're definitely on top in this game. But I just love the way he just turns that inside and then just finishes very nicely on his left foot to make it 4-0, and that is going to be not the way it ends, unfortunately. But Johnson here, this is a bullet ping. Look at that, right into the corner on his left peg. He just get in anywhere around the box or the edge of the area, just somewhere around those lines, and he's on his left foot. 9 times out of 10, he will rocket that in, or the goalkeeper will manage to save it somehow. Piece of horrible defending from him. Backs away from me, and oh my god, that's sensational. Right into the corner. I'm so disappointed he left Leeds now. I wanted to be using him in my Leeds teams, but no. So we're actually winning 5-0 at halftime against this guy who's got a relatively good team. He does end up picking up a goal here. It's actually quite a nice finish. Beats Casillas at the near post, which is disappointing to see. But that does make it 5-1. I was kind of thinking, shit, he's going to be on a comeback, but no. I think this is Houlihan running down the wing. Somehow beats 2 of them with his pace, whips it in, and Johnson manages to score that header somehow. Horrible piece of goalkeeping from his guy, and I think he's got Casillas in goal, just to show you if you don't have the chemistry, you suck balls, and that's what Casillas did right there. And that made it 6-1. And we're not over yet. We do get the ball back with Tete here. He tries to play an offside trap, I do believe. But Bescio is still in his own half, so he is miles onside. And he's just got enough pace. I think Abai actually ends up pulling up there. Obviously, very unfit, or I'm not really too sure how else you would pull up. Must be unfit. But Bescio does pick up a goal there. I do believe that makes it 7-1 now. Oh, just fantastic play. Good goal from Bescio. And that was 7-1. Moving swiftly on. He does end up passing a goal into the net for some unknown reason. I don't know why people do that. Sometimes people just cane that for the rest of the game and you end up winning like 20-30-0. But luckily for me, he did actually stop doing that and he did get down and play for a little bit for the remainder of the game. And it took me to the 90th minute to score the next goal. We get it on the wing with Ribery here. I didn't realise he's bringing his goalkeeper out until now when I see it. So I hit it early and boom! Of course it goes in because Ribery's shooting is fantastic. So that I do believe makes it 9-1. 9-1 with a Norwich Diamond. Would you believe it? Great goal from Ribery. Almost from the halfway line actually, just inside. So that made it 9-1 and that's the way that one finishing. See some of the goal scorers there. Quite a lot of goals from the Norwich players. An own goal. Ribery picking up a brace. And a Casillas own goal as well. 2 own goals in that game actually, which is pretty depressing for him. So that was how that one finished. You can see we're absolutely dominant. So that is the end of this video, guys. The cost of the diamond was 15,500. But if you take into consideration that Tete cost, let me just think. Tete cost 13,500. The rest of the team only cost 2k. So it's pretty cheap. It's relatively cheap. Best player in my opinion was Bradley Johnson, purely because of his shooting. I thought he's fantastic. A worst player, I didn't think it was a bad player in this team. All of them had their own, their own kind of key points to them. Some of their pros and cons. Not really many cons. I think they're very good. That's why I'm giving them over it in a 7 out of 10. They're just, they're lacking that extra spark. They haven't got, a bit of skill, a bit of pace. They were more of a slower unit, but they worked really well together, so I'm giving them a 7 out of 10, which is pretty respectable for a team like Norwich. So yeah, that's the end of this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll be back with some more already soon, so thank you very much.